So well, my friends, next court in the line, rank 12. So we come absolutely to the top courts, and this court, I told in the last video, will be a completely surprise. Many would say blam blam blam, I'm crazy, but I will tell you why. 1, 2, 3. I will not say the name now, you will see that. Entrance which you have not seen. Well, my friends, you see now I'm walking in the middle of a street. There is no one, and here is no one. We are in the industry, you know. This is the industry town. All empty, ghost town, you know. There is nothing. You see, no one, no people, nothing. But when I tell you now one word and you know my videos, then you should know which court is our number 12. I tell you, it is the traditional Saturday court, and then you should know it. Traditional Saturday. And now we walk in to one of the most special courts from the building, which you find nowhere at any other place. I know over 120 courts, but such a style you will not find. And now let's enter in at the back entrance. So my friends, and now I tell you, our rank number 12 is the traditional Saturday court, and it is called the secret court, or aka the red light court. Let's do it. Bam! So here we are, our secret court. I mean, what a place. That is an absolute original, our number 12. Many will think now, wow, you are so crazy, you know, other places to play so much better, and this court, what? Another one would say, wow, that is so great that you put this court so much high on in the rankings. Park garage, you know. The cars are driving out. The only entrance here is you have to go to the street where we gone now, you know. Only cars are driving, so there is no way to walk. And here at that space there is an own basketball court and field. You know, here to park, industry. Behind industry you see that. And that is a real original, you know. Absolutely cool. You can watch out, you see where we are, you know. All industry here, you know, companies after company. And such a night out view. So here we are, this is our court, and I will tell you now why I ranked this so high. As I told you, as the side of a street baller, you know, and not as the side of a basketball indoor player, because then this place you will maybe never come to. But that is really a hidden place, the secret court. Nowadays a lot more people know this court. This is around, I would say, 212, 13 around. Bam. You see, sometimes they are driving very fast, or there are coming people, and you will not believe it, here are a lot of people playing, but most of the time not indoor players or basketball players or streetball 3-3 players. No, here coming people who only want to join basketball but have never done something with a club or anything. They have then their not ghetto blaster like back then, they have their smartphone, then they have the auto-tune hip-hop or the cars beside, you know, and normally there is a lot of dirt in, now not, but they put their garbage always down here, you know, after McDonald's or Burger King, boom, all is left on the floor, you know, and that is stupid. But on the other side, that is not a public space. Yeah, you can use it public, but here comes no garbage, you know, and here you have no garbage. And so where to put your garbage, and so they let it on the floor, and then it rolls in and you have bottles in, you know, we had glass bottles in and on and on. These are the downsides, so it means a more rougher court and other people than on many other courts, that you have to know. I have seen here a lot of people what I met, you know, we got the DF1000, the very old ball, the ZK Pro version ball. That was great, you know, and here we have it. I mean, the story behind this court is that was a parking area. They have made it as a parking tool. You have seen underground when we came from, this is also all parking for the companies, and here is all park house, you know. And so they had this also, but then they decided to make this other, and one had the idea, yeah, we make here a basketball court. You know, they made then the net that the ball cannot fall out, a board and ring, and that is absolutely a great one, I tell you that. And they made those lines in, and then it was there, and they say that the people from all the companies, that they can play here in their midday break and have something to do with sport, and that was the reason behind. I cannot tell exactly now, around 2012, 11, 13, 14, around that time, or 9, around that time it was, you know. And since then this court is here, and it is a secret court, but now with internet and on it is more popular, you know. And here they have built this house new, and this net, not this net, this net, you know, there was a grass field. From my first videos, you know, that was the outside to the mountain, much better. Here the red light district, you know, with the house, there are the girls watching when I play. They have the windows open and always watch, you know. And that is why it's also called the red light court. So, but why is this so ranked high? I mean, an absolutely original. To come to such an idea to build a basketball court on a park house, you know, alone the idea, absolutely great. We have a rough asphalt, you know, that is, yeah, not the roughest, but you know, it goes deep in, but the sharp edges don't go out that much. And you see it is a little bit wobbling. And we have those sharp stone walls here, so do not bring the best balls, also composite indoor outdoor balls, very sharp, can get damaged, they will always crush here. But we have an extra great board, you know, watch that construction, you know, that is absolutely solid, a very, very big board, a nice ring. So I like it very, very much to play here. To me, really, really one of the best, you know. Of course you cannot hang on and this and that, but that is absolutely a solid construction and one of the biggest boards in town. You have space to jump, you know, also did this. But in winter do not do it, because here you see there is this slide and here this hole, and that is always icy, you know. So here you slip out very, very quick. But that is absolutely cool, you know. And the rough thing here, that tool I've also shown you, the ball will crush in here, you know. And we have like here those sharp edges from the bottles, you know. But you know, to enjoy it, to play here, and you can play very, very good. Also 1-1, not much space, of course, no 3-pointers from the side, but absolutely great, you know. As a street baller, such a court you wish for, you know, because as a street baller we have, every court is completely different. No, it's not always this cage courts with rubber which all look almost similar. No, complete original courts which you maybe will not find at any other place in the world in exact that style. That is a complete own style, And I tell you, watch that panorama, you know. Really is one of my absolute lovely courts, private, you know. I was always here on Saturday, or most of the times. Only last summer it was not that good because we made all the outside courts later on, you know. But normally every Saturday, watch the panorama. Here is the board, and when you stay here, you know, we go a little bit more, you have the whole side of the mountains, all that. That looks so spectacular, I tell you that. Where do you get a board? Really, when you would stand here now and see that panorama, what, that is absolutely amazing to shoot the ball in front of all those mountains, especially when there are clouds in or when the sun goes down. But it is amazing, you know. We had here the sound where I have put on, and then you can train really, really good, because here you have so much grip on that asphalt that you can make all your dribblings, the quick movement, because you don't slip out in summer. Really, really good grip. And as a street baller, I wish for asphalt, you know. But it is the ball, you know, don't bring a high jumping ball. I mean, that is street ball. You can crush down. It also happened to me. It fell to a car when a car was parking there. Reminds me on my first street ball court. Absolutely amazing, you know. I mean, with that house behind the park garage, you know, there was for climbing tools. They now put it away, you know. An absolute outstanding court, and you can play so good and train here. I played hours and trained hours here the dribbling, you know. And to shoot is so nice, you know. I don't need the lines left and right or go more out. Absolutely a cool one. We played also the Evolution, the PT 900X also, but don't do it. Also not good composite balls. Rubber ball, and also there I would watch out. Or the NCAA version, which I always use for the roughest courts. But I tell you, to play that is, that is so cool and outstanding, I tell you. And that is why I have to rank this court number 12, because really it deserves it, you know. From the playability, yeah, you have no smooth rubber court, which they wish nowadays, or 3-point lines. But I mean, that panorama, so a cool board, so an original one. When you enter in and see that here on is a basketball court, I mean, that is the absolutely fantastic, you know. Really fantastic. A street baller says, what? And you see that the first time you come from here on there on the garage, there is a real court with lines in. Wow. And that is why it's ranked number 12, you know. Absolutely a great one. In that sense, we see us again at next ranking. Be surprised. Until then, bye and ciao.